It turns out that story was a false story. It's clickbait. 3A Atlas was not shattered. Um, I pulled up some tarot readings on it. The the crew is safe on the ship. They're not been hurt. Um, I was so ready to flag that story after I realized and verified from multiple sources that story was clickbait for drama. Um, there was not been no Earth 3I Atlas being shattered. So I just wanted to make sure you knew that because I was extremely upset about that because I really thought there was some truth to that. However, upon looking at various information I could find from other channels, I could not find any verification to that story. I looked to Ask Grok and other news sites if there was anything about 3i Atlas being shattered, and there wasn't anything about 3i Atlas being shattered at all. And so I took the time to do some tarot readings on it, and they said that things are okay, um, and that they're still under mission to our solar system, to Earth and Mars right now. How long they're going to stay, I do not know. Um, so I just wanted to make sure that you got the message. Also, I was just on Noodles' show. For those of you who have watched that and wondered why Noodles was doing his show the way he was, I'm not absolutely sure either. But we do know that what we have experienced in the last, especially the last, really a lot longer than 3 months, but we'll just say 3 months, has been a very much a roller coaster of strange actions. Um, the last event, Lumi thought somebody was trying to cover my good eye, with skin. And she was growing concerned. She woke me up. She said, "What's going on?" So I woke up and I said, "Well, why? Was something wrong?" She said, "Yeah, somebody's trying to cover your eye with skin." Skin? Like they're trying to blind you. Well, why would they be trying to blind me? She said, "I don't know." That's exactly what I said. The night before that, when Michele got back home on a few nights before that, when she got home and had a panic attack on Saturday, thinking she was gonna die after she had talked to Noodles all day about restoring the phone calls. Um, that was equally very frightening. And she did a show Sunday night or Saturday night, and then we discussed it the next day. And I explained to Noodles that Michele would be extremely destructive for Michele to take the phone calls on her show because of her PTSD and anxiety. Um, and I was concerned about the fact that Noodles feels that the phone calls is going to bring Michelle's channel growth. But if it's going to hurt my wife, I'm not going to want to see my wife go through any harm when she experienced through the dark years. I don't want to see her go back to that. And so I told Noodles where it was, and Noodles got upset about it on Sunday morning. And if you go back to my channel, you'll see it. Where I told him that we're not gonna want. I don't want my wife to be hurt by anybody, especially not for ratings. How you doing, Lude Lee? Why are you playing? Not playing anything. We're not playing any music. We're not playing any games. I got people on here on Discord. You want to say hi, yes, here? Can people hear the people in Discord? I think they can. Are you sure you're still open on Discord? Nah, you're not. You closed the window. Oh, I did? Yeah, you did. Okay, let's get people in Discord back on. I must have accidentally ended it by mistake. Or are they. Oh, they can't hear you anyway because they're on the other Discord. All right, so is there anybody else on there? Yeah. You see, let me jump in on the other chat so they can hear you because right now they can't hear you. So just hold on, okay? Stand by. Okay, so let me get the people on the Discord in here on the other frequency, on the other app, because they can't hear them on the Google Meets or the Studio Restream all. So let's just get Discord open. So get those people up here. This is gonna eat all your data. Oh, that's okay. I wouldn't say you have unlimited data, but I do have data. You do have data, yes. All right, so let's get them back on here. Let's see, where is it? Right there. And let's go back to Yasir. Yasir, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I apologize that they couldn't hear you because we were on the same app. I thought we were opening up in another window. I'll turn my camera on so you can see me again. So what did you think about Noodle's show tonight? Did you understand any of it? Or was it just a little confusing to you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Thank you very much, Danielle Thames. Welcome to the show. Let me show the panel to Yasir. Are you going to show him the panel? Yeah, can you pop it out? Oh, I can. I'll just read it to you if there's any questions that come up. So Kristen Walker says, "Hi, how you doing today?" Oh God, this has been a day. Well, first of all, I'm glad that we found out, as I said, that the people 3i Atlas are fine. Michelle was so ready to strike the channel for misinformation. I just told her, forget it. It's just misinformation. I'm sure other people would have done the same thing, just tried striking the channel, but I don't think we need to go there. If you want to join us, guys, we are on the Discord channel right now. So why don't we share out some links for you guys? Okay. Oops, here we go. The Discord channel link, if you want to join, is on the bottom. If you want to join us in chat, that's where we are in right now. We're in the Discord chat. And so if you want to just join us in Discord, just click on that link. If you're not a member yet, just join. It doesn't cost anything. Even as an unverified, you can speak. You won't be able to send any videos up, but you'll be able to talk. So if you want to join us in chat, that's how you can do so. If you want to learn more about things and talk to our people on my channel about my integrity and who we are, and Lumi's channel, I don't have my Discord publicly open right now, but I do have a Discord as well. But we usually do most of the chat on Michelle's Discord. So if you want to join the Discord, Michelle already posted the link above. And which is right here, the official Discord. I'll put it on the chat here on the screen. There you go. It's right on the bottom. You can join that and talk to us about whatever you're thinking about what Noodles' show was like tonight, what the show was about. If you liked it, didn't like it, that's okay. Michelle and I would like to know. Absolutely. We'd love to know what you think of that show. And I apologize that I got on Noodle show a little late. I actually fell asleep, and then when I woke up, it was about 9:30 ish, and then 9:45, and I saw he left me a link at 9:30, and I realized I was 15 minutes in, so I came over here to this computer to talk to everybody and see what was going on. And then I came on, and the first question he wanted to know was, he told me, he said, wanted to know what's going on with Antifa and the Democratic Party and the tarot card readings, which I did. And that was the main thing. And the next thing you know, we started talking about ETs and some of the people that were apparently doing some kind of an experimentation or something on us when we're sleeping, which we absolutely have experienced and have questioned more about that. Why than anything, we never got a clear answer for the cause of why they were doing that. No, we never found out the cause or reason for it. So we just wanted to try to find out the cause. If you join us on the Discord link below, you can ask questions. That link is right below. As I said, there's no requirement to join in. Let me just leave a message for my own Discord people. I didn't get a chance to do that yet, so let me send this one a message out here. At everyone, me and Lumi are live on YT and in the lounge. Come join us. There you go. So you can come join us and we'll talk about this. So I guess the question is what do you think about what Noodles was trying to achieve tonight? How did you feel about it? And let's get some answers. Let's talk about it. But it's already not. It's already 11:33, so I don't want to be too late because otherwise I'm gonna be late for getting up tomorrow, and that's gonna mess us up. So let's talk for about an hour till about 12:33, 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, sorry, that's just is the way it is, buddy. Maybe we should maybe set the thing for just people that we trust to chat. We could do that, Loom, but really? Yes, we can. All right, let's do that. Let's change this thing here. And let's change it so if you got something to say, come speak to us as subs. And yeah, 5 minutes, safe. So let's get the chats going. Hello, Margot. How you doing today? Yay, we can share chat out now. Yes, I can. Okay. So let me pop out the chat for me and for Lumi and other people and for the people on our panel on Discord. So you see, you're gonna be able to see the side chat. I'm gonna put it on the screen for you. Okay. I got it popped out now so I can focus on this as well. Let's see. Here it is. So the chat's on the screen, so now you see or can see it, and other people can see it as well. And so let's see what you think about what's going on. Oh, excuse me, I disagree with you, buddy. Yes, people are watching us. They are watching it. They certainly are. They're watching it on multiple networks right now at the same time. Yep. Absolutely. You got 4 people watching. Share out the show, Michelle, to multiple links. Which one? Send it out to X. Send it out to X, you say. Mm-hmm. All right. I'll send it out to X. Copy that. That's a big 10 for it. All right. And we'll send it out to True Central, True Social, so they can see this as well. I'm just going to send it out real quick here through the YouTube link. So paste that. And I'll send that out to everyone. 3-1. Okay. Copy that. That's a big 10 for. Copy that. Save it. Truth it. Yep. And so there's the link to people to join us in chat. And let's not be afraid to talk about this stuff. Do you think people really understand ETs? Absolutely not. No, they don't. Um, they the average person has very little understanding what the ET population is, what the Palladians are up to, what the Turans are doing, what the reptiloids are doing. I'm not evil, neither is Michelle. Absolutely not. And so let's say, did you post the link out to other channels? Not yet. Oh, okay. I'll put the first one in my chat comment section. Boom. Okay. I'll send it out to our other group channels too. And I'd love to see some people actually speak in our defense. This gives you guys a chance to speak up. If you think Galaxy Eyes, you know damn well Michelle is not evil. No. No, Michelle's not evil. Um, so. I do not understand many people, never mind an ET. I understand that. A lot of people don't understand ETs because they're not human, so it's easy not to understand ETs. Right. ETs are for most people is out of a realm of understanding. No, you're not. No, you aren't, Michelle. I'm not what? What's she talking about? What's she talking about? Um, Speaking of Bradley, where's Bradley? Probably sleeping. It's working time for him. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's probably sleeping now. Hi, man. So, um, so what did you guys think of the way Noodles presented the content tonight? Did you agree that the way his approach was made any sense to you? Do you feel that it was a good format? Did you feel that it was kind of strange? No, I'm not evil. Michelle's never been evil. Michelle doesn't have that evil intent in her heart. She's never been evil. Michelle has always believed in being benevolent and good to people. Jay said, "Hey, homie, I checked your video. Seems like you're new in the kid." All right, Mister. Let me just say this very nicely. If you like my content, please do follow the channel, subscribe, maybe join a membership on Kick. Stop telling me to try to join your program. I haven't even talked to you. You're just basically trying to make some money out of my expense. And if you really like what you see, then how about recommending my channel to other people and not necessarily trying to nickel and dime me to death? Amen. You know, if people like what I'm watching, what they're seeing, make sure to subscribe. You made it look crazy. Definitely Noodles content. Yo, you know what made it look worse is the fact that she wasn't actually let me explain anything. But then that Noodles is a showman, you know. That's what he does. He doesn't necessarily focusing on all the details. You already are at it. Get your fucking thing and click on the follow button and you'll be following me, Jay. You don't have to basically ask me to add you. You already did. You just click follow, okay? Follow my Kick channel and you will be followed. And then you will, what I mean by that is start by at least being part of the show. Stop trying to make money on my expense, okay? If you really like the content, you will follow along and you'll stick around for a bit. I don't just blindly follow people just because they say follow me. That's exactly how you get involved with the dark ones. Don't just ever follow somebody just because they say, follow me. You have to prove yourself. Yeah, I know. I got a sweater on today. It's kind of warm in here. It is. But then again, tomorrow is going to be warmer, so we can take the sweater off tomorrow. Absolutely, we'll take the sweater off tomorrow, and that's what we'll do. I lost a subscriber. Says, behold it, for it is I, Thomas of Western Lanconia today. I slept. Sorry you lost a subscriber. It happens. The channels do vary. The audience fluctuates. They're never. You can't change that. Some will stay for a little while. The channel that did the fake news, I was following them for a few weeks until they broke my heart. And then, as I said, no more you're following your channel. You're garbage. I unsub from them. And I got a feeling others did too. Why do I grab myself? I don't know. It's going to be some of the self stemming I do. I'm on the spectrum. The show doesn't really grab herself much. She likes to self stem. That's why she always has things on her desk, little trinkets, little things that she can fiddle with when she's live or she's nervous. Yeah, it's just something people on the spectrum do. It's just what we are. I don't know why people in the spectrum do that. I don't get it, but we do. Well, that's what it is, kind of. Yeah, it's a self-soothing relaxation thing. Stimming is for people on the spectrum is a form of uh, behavior that comforts us, especially after like when something stressful happens, we tend to stim a lot more because we're trying to calm down more than anything. And a lot of people are on the spectrum. There's nothing wrong with that. It just is as it is. Majority of people on the spectrum are very good people. They just sometimes just have a hard time with the neurotypical behaviors that they see around them, and then they don't understand the neurotypical mindset. And there's nothing wrong with that. It just is as it is. If that makes any sense, they're good people, but they're struggling. Well, it was a news story. Um, a news story came up. It was fake news that they said the 3-eye atlas was shattered, physically shattered, broken into lots of pieces,
Oh no.
which is not a true story. The 3-eye atlas is intact at this point. And
Yay.
it broke my heart because I really, really want to meet the ETs. I really want to meet. I'm a star seed. I'm a Palladian star seed. I want to meet the ETs.
Well, couldn't you just do that through like telepathy? Or like I don't know, like something like that, like telepathic signaling?
Excuse me?
Couldn't you just do that through like telepathic signaling or emitting?
Let me turn on my closed caption so I can make sure I understand everybody. Okay. Because what happened was in my closed caption. Oh, it's on the wrong screen, Michelle. Oh, okay. We'll just move it to the right screen. Good idea. Yeah, move it to the right screen so you can see it on the screen. Put it on the bottom. AI Captain. Okay. Now I can see the closed captions. Um, Yeah, I just say is that a lot of clairvoyants have been reaching out to the people of Three Eye Atlas right now. Channeling is going on. They're trying to reach out to the crew to find out more about who they are, why they're here, and it's very interesting what some of them are reporting. So, so you know, it's just really kind of odd though that so much is going on that like I said, when Michelle heard that story, I mean Michelle's heart fell to the floor with a loud crash because
Ooh,
she had been hoping for so long. Oops, wait a minute. Michelle, what? How many chats you got open? Too many. I see that. Wait. Okay, so you're open on this chat. Correct. You're open on that chat. Yeah, you're open on the other chat. Yeah. You're open on another. How many Discord panels you have? Oh my God. Too many. Too many. I see that. No, yeah, that's for the other merch show. Okay. Um, so there's all this strange stuff going on, and nobody knows what's going on. And then you hear some story saying that 3A Atlas has basically shattered in pieces. I
oh
don't think any
no.
people really understands how devastating that feels to feel like to find out that the people that you've been following have suffered a catastrophic failure of their spaceship.
Damn. Oh, space car wreck.
You bet. 3I Atlas is a spacecraft. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
it's like they hit a pole walker. Yeah,
yeah.
they hit a pole.
But it turns out that was a fake story. That there really wasn't any kind of a shattering of the ship.
Fake news.
So
Oh
that
my
was
god,
just
you're
an
scared.
example of false information that was being told. But it really, really upset Michelle really, really bad. Because
Buddy,
she
you
was
might.
like, um, she was just having a really hard time understanding why it was going on. Or just trying to fix all the chat that was kind of mixed up. Um, so let me put the chat up on the screen. Got it? I got it all, Michelle. All right. Share. Okay. All right. So I got to share on the screen. So let's take a look at the other chats here. The comet made its closest approach to Mars on October 3rd, 2025. Passing in a distance of approximately, yep, that's about right, yep, of 30 million kilometers, so 18.6 million miles away from us on Earth. It is now behind the sun, correct? Right, it is absolutely. Now you can speak. You can join the Discord. Yes, join the Discord. Michelle, can you share the Discord link again? Absolutely, I can join the Discord link again. Okay, just send it this way. Okay, got it? Got it. All right, let's go. Why do people say stuff like that to set up people? Oh, that's a great question. I really wish I could tell you why they do that. So let me send it this way.
It's called money.
Yeah, I do think it's money because the fact of the matter is that these people, um,
Money and
I got it
diversion.
now.
They want to
All right.
distract you.
All right, so I'm going to share you the link to the Discord right here. Oops, sorry, wrong one. There's too many links coming up on your screen. I got it. Okay, there's the link. Join that link. Join that link. You can join our Discord panel, and you can talk to us through that way through Discord. and that way other people can join in as well as a conversation. And I don't have a long time to talk about this because I do need to get ready for bed soon. Um, but yeah, I do question why people are saying things like that. It's just
Michelle, how are you gonna invite people to the Discord and then go to sleep? You don't know what kind of people are gonna join. Michelle.
well, well, I don't know what kind of people are going to join if I do um, a Discord or restream IO chat either. At least this way it protects me from money showing skin in inappropriate ways. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, but the other thing is that you have to make another account. Why don't you just come on one? Just come on with the one account you have. You don't need to make duplicate accounts. This is ridiculous. Unlike Noodles, I don't sit there and block everybody. So just keep that in mind.
Damn, shots
Thomas
fired.
Western, Lacdonia Islip. You don't have to make another account.
While you sleep.
Michelle, what do you think of the Anunnaki?
And Anunnaki are bad news. They have been since the beginning because that's
Why?
all they wanted to do was get gold to protect Nibiru, atmosphere at Nibiru. And
Yeah, but like they're against destruction.
uh, no, they're not against
They're all about
destruction. They're
peace.
doing their own destruction of the planet. Remember,
How
our
so? That's why
Anunnaki are
they're underneath.
using humans as slaves to mine gold for them. And they
Fair
found the
point.
perfect suckers, too. The Israelites. In
The
fact,
Israelites.
Yahweh is part of the Anunnaki.
What? You say Yahweh is part of like
Well, what I would do,
Hinduism?
Thomas, if you forgot the password, is just log into the thing and then just tell them forgot password, and they should be able to send you a way to relog in. Um, and then once you do that, it's going to ask you to verify that's really you, and you in the email you respond yes. Brian
Michelle, what
PC
do I do if
said,
there's a shadow government hiding in my 3D printer? I need help. There's a shadow government hiding in my 3D printer. I truly think this.
I don't know if there's a shadow printer government hiding in your 3D printer, but there probably is more than a lot of DRM in your printer. Yeah,
What's DRM?
digital rights management. Um,
Digital race management?
yeah. So Brian PC said Michelle Marie, whistleblower Jeremy Cordell said the fake alien invasion was coming out this year. Do you think it might be a fake news for here for total control? Yeah, there is some of that. That's what Project Bluebeam's about. Um, the government tried that in the summer, January, over New Jersey and several other major cities. That was done by our own government with Project Bluebeam to mislead and misdirect people as they were trying to see how people react to it. Um, I'll do it tomorrow. I have to sleep. Okay, we'll see you then, Thomas. And yeah, so I think that our government, is going to try to make a fake alien narrative. And I think the drones over New Jersey, in parts of California, and things was indeed part of that. Similar thing was being done in South Africa as well. I mean, South America. I'm sorry, South America as well. In in Colombia.
Think about
So
this,
there
Michelle.
was this
I
false
think
narrative.
I think that like some of the UFOs that we do see, like half of them at least, are like Chinese drones. That's what I think.
Some of
They're
them may
Chinese
very well
drones.
be. Some of them are made to look non-terrestrial. As I said, it's a false flag. But we don't have any um, comets in space. They don't have anything like that. We don't have any spacecraft like that could travel at the speed of 3i Atlas or.
Well, we don't have any that can travel like that, but we do have some that look like it.
Yeah, but the speed is the key. 3i Atlas is moving at extremely fast speed, well, almost to the point of the speed of light. Okay. Also, you got Comet Swan R2, and this appears to be more of a comet type structure. But it's so large that people really wonder what it really is. I would say at this point it looks like a comet more than anything, as the I2 or 2i Barsoff. But it seems 3i Atlas seems to be blowing its cover, so to speak. So the next question is Brian BC said, I think the 3i Atlas is part of it among the mainstream press heading the narrative, leading the narrative. Yeah, but you know what? Here's the thing, though, Brian PC. You have to understand one thing. We don't have any spacecraft that goes that fast. We don't have anything that goes that fast. At all. Nothing.
Particle accelerator.
No, particle accelerator will never help. You would have to have it on. You would have to be able to accelerate the particles out of the tail of the comet, which is not what's going on. Also, you notice that NASA's being very tight-lipped about 3i Atlas at this point. Avi Loeb is saying this is definitely not a human terrestrial craft.
What if it's not anti-gravity? What if it's pro-gravity? That sounds
You're right,
crazy.
absolutely. At this point, it is hiding behind the sun at this point. You're absolutely right. We do not know what it's doing. But if this thing is this close to the sun, and if it slings out and it's still intact, no known comet has ever survived that close to our sun. Not only because of the temperature, but the gravitational effect. If it is a comet, it would have melted already. It would have been basically like dropping a drop of water on a hot skillet. It would have went psst. It would just vaporized. It's just the sun is just too hot. 25 million degrees Fahrenheit. It is just too hot. Nothing will survive that. But if with 3i Atlas comes out the other side and is all intact, that would be amazing to think about. The fact is that if the craft comes back out and it survives, then that means that it's made of some very hardy stuff that's going to be able to stand up to the sun's massive heat output of 25 million degrees.
An element.
Brent PC said, yes, I think the trail is being lied about. It has a trail and that there's no trail. A comment. Yeah, it has a tail in a sense, but it's not water ice. It's primarily carbon dioxide and nickel. Pure nickel. So, and carbon dioxide. It is largely carbon dioxide at a rate of 8 to 1, whereas traditional comet tails got a lot of water in them, i.e., frozen water that turns into flashpoints into steam. We're not seeing a lot of water in it at all. That's what makes it really interesting. Absolutely. It's definitely not traditional. It's unusual. Yeah. So.
Good night, everyone.
All right, guys. Anyway, listen, for the panel Discord, yes, here, everybody. I am gonna get ready to wrap it up. I just wanted to first of all apologize that Noodle Show was a bit of a fiasco.
Wait, what happened?
Go back and watch it. I'm not gonna rehash it. Just go back and watch it. Near the end of the show. Um, it was just weird. It was just really weird. Yasir was there. Yasir, would you like to give a short, simple description about what was going on Noodle's show?
He was talking over Michele.
Oh.
How is he fucking me over?
Yeah.
He was just trying to say that I'm T-Man and that I'm here to hurt Michele and cause harm.
What's T-Man? I don't know who that is.
What's T-Man? T-Man, what's that? Support
Yeah,
Michelle's show.
you said you were a T-Man. I don't know who that is.
No, I didn't say I was a team. No one said it was a team. And Michelle's a Palladian star seed. Yeah, man. We explained how a couple times at night, Michele felt like there was somebody messing around with her body and her eyes, particularly. Michele didn't say anything about a T-Man.
A T-Man?
Besides, Michele drinks coffee. She's a woman anyway. Yeah. Just it was just really weird because it didn't make any sense. Like, why would Noodles be saying that? He believes that Michele was being manipulated by the devil. That doesn't make any sense.
It makes a little sense. The devil is a liar.
Well, you know the devil's a liar, but the devil also tries to cause people to do self-destruction.
Yeah.
Michele has never been the person to do self-destruction.
My whole life is self-destruction, Michele.
Well, then maybe you're possessed. That's kind of a joke.
Yeah, I need an exorcism like Carmen.
Well, I don't think Carmen's a demon either. No, she's not. She's a spiritual advocate. She helps Michele and me. She helped Michele get back on her feet to start dancing again.
Maybe Carmen is the wolf in sheep's clothing? Maybe?
Nah, I don't think so. Although Carmen did have a hard time in the end with drugs and alcohol and her excessive fame, which basically burned her out in 1955 when she died of a massive heart attack at home.
Well, how do you know it's Carmen and not the devil? Because, like,
you know,
the devil
but remember what Jesus said: "By the fruits you will know them." So you have to get to know the person. And if the person isn't encouraging you to do harm or hurt yourself or to break the law or any of that, that's a good clue. Carmen doesn't want to see Michele do anything stupid or hurtful.
The snake in the Garden of Eden.
What if that's like deception?
You know, there's a story that maybe the snake in the Garden of Eden was actually Yahweh himself.
I actually have that theory too, that God and the devil are one and the same.
Yeah, it could be.
But I think it's just
evil.
If you love my content on Kick, please follow me and subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have your donation. Join up in the membership. Share out the show to everybody on Kick. Same thing with people on Rumble. Let's share out the content.
Like the stream.
I agree. That 3i Atlas me, I've already burnt up all its volatiles in its tail. If they say the 3i Atlas has been traveling as long as it has through all the star systems, however, there is a question about the fact that it still has program thrust. So it seems to have a navigational thruster capability that's not just random outgassing. Um, but we don't have the flight plan, so we can't be sure. But it seems very suspect. It seems like it's controlled by an knowledgeable, educated navigator. It's doing a navigational routine that seems to be very logical. Absolutely. Yep. In the book of Enoch, it talks about the Nephilim, the fallen angels of God. In the book of Enoch. Isn't it funny that the Jewish people, when they canonized the Old Testament, left the book of Enoch out? Feeling that Enoch was a book that could be very problematic for their doctrine. And yet, a lot of their teachings are based on the teachings of the book of Enoch. To my knowledge, the book of Enoch isn't in the Catholic Bible either. Carmen Miranda passed in August of 1955, August 6th, 1955, after an episode of Jimmy Durante's show. She went home, she was nauseous, and then she died in her hallway of her home in 313 North Riverside in Beverly Hills. So, right, the Jewish canon said that Jesus was a normal man born of the house of David. But the house of David was not Joseph's house, it was Mary's house. Which is something a lot of people have a hard time understanding, especially since the Jewish faith system was based on a patriarchal instead of a matriarchal lineage. So, and Jesus was devout. Jesus was truly, as you look at chapters after chapter 27 of the book of Isaiah, that Jesus was talked about and prophesied as being the second coming, and talks about how he would be misled. In the Jewish copy of the Apocrypha texts, they left out after chapter 27 of the book of Isaiah. So again, there's this part of the Bible that was left out because it was an inconvenient truth. Remember the first 5 books of the book of Genesis, Leviticus, Exodus, Deuteronomy. Those were the 5 books of the Pentateuch or the Torah. Those are the main teachings of the Jewish faith. You don't forget Exodus. I didn't. I said Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, and there's a 5th one which I forgot. So there's this, but the teachings like the book of Job, and many other books that came later on, a lot of them were left out. The Apocrypha, they were called. And so a lot, the same thing in the New Testament when St. Constantine canonized the modern New Testament. A lot of epistles, letters, and gospels were left out as well. Probably because there was a lot of things that were contradictory. We covered this morning on my morning show, and when we talked about the dietary laws. Yeah. Right. But the actual canonization of the Old Testament happened before Jesus' birth. It happened around, what, about 100, 200 BC? 200 BCE, something like that, yeah. They actually, all the Jewish scribes, Pharisees, Sadducees got together and went through all the teachings of the Jewish faith and decided what books that would be standardized among the Jewish people. And that's what caused a lot of the issues. And it's still true to this day that then of course St. Constantine, when he became a Christian, continued on with the New Testament, what the Jewish people did back in the Old Testament time. Michelle, Michelle, I was not here. Well, when you get a chance, come back to the morning show tomorrow and watch the rerun. I will be putting out the description tomorrow morning when it's ready to be displayed, and then you'll be able to see it with the timestamps to the different sections. Yes, there were multiple councils. Absolutely. So again, there's a lot of confusion because Enoch was such a key part of so much of the Jewish faith system that by removing Enoch from the canon of the Old Testament, a lot of stuff that was lost, that were the cores, like the fall of the Nephilim, the fall of Satan, what Enoch saw when he went to heaven, the wars, the heavenly wars that later created the devil and his demons. All these books are very important. So when you hear so many of these churches today, there's a lot of uncertainty where the real truth was. Well, anyway, guys, it is time for me to get ready to get some sleep. But if you were watching Noodles' show tonight, the main reason it came up is I don't want you to take any of his stuff seriously. Noodles wants to be a showman. And his channel is sometimes his way of presenting content that is more for clicks and views than to be taken seriously. So please, if you have real questions you want to ask me, don't be afraid to talk to me, and I will try my best to answer your questions, and I will, really try to be clear on the answers. I may sometimes, out of nervousness, might get frustrated because of my Asperger's, but I will try really hard to be giving you guys the truth. Well, let me start by just ending with the outro. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's send out the outro since consider it the sign-off message for tonight. See you later, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.
Michele and Maria and Lumi, I will always be there for you. Michele, never stop believing in yourself. Go out there and show the world what you can do. Go kick some ass and have a good time doing it. I love both of you so much. I love how far you have come on YouTube.